so precious. It's yours, it's mine, only one at a time.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the home team. Taking a look at this home squad, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And here we go, toe-to-toe.
My life, yeah. Am I wrong to assume if she can't dance, then she can't ooh?
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeAndre Jordan shoots with his left hand, but he bowls with his right. He throws with his right, and he finishes with his right around the rim. But he insists he's left-handed. He said, I tried to shoot with my right hand, and it was pretty much the same, maybe worse. I'm going to stick with the left because I've been practicing that for a while. Kevin?
Interesting strategy, DA. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. Clark, assess the center position right now in the NBA. And I'm talking about elite centers and their place in the game.
Well, the center position has changed, Kevin. You don't have a lot of back-to-the-basket centers anymore. More of the big guys are stepping out and are more like stretch fours than traditional big guys. What you have in the center position now typically are rebounders and rim protectors. Not many dominant scorers on the low block.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Captain Clutch. Divac's out there with Stojakovic. Then there's Dragic, and it's Jokic in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here's Dragic. No good on the 3. Anthony kicks to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Here's Durant. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Divac sets a screen. Here's Captain Clutch. That one wide left. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Irving kicks to Anthony. Thompson outside. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Stojakovic. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately, they came up empty.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Dragic against Irving. Stojakovic, the pass to Dragic. Jokic a screen. Dragic kicks to Divac. Clock at 6. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Irving with it. He's coming off a 19-point game again.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
And, you know, Cousins is tough inside, but he's got a nice outside touch, too. Didn't have that shot when he first got into the league, but now he does. And I think they got to get it going. A 1-for-5 start, not what they wanted.
And Durant, here we go. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's Dragic. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Dragic dishes to D.Divac. Dragic the pass to Stojakovic. Jokic with this screen on Anthony. Stojakovic kicks to Jokic. Durant against D.Divac. This is his first trip to the line tonight. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Irving kicks to Durant. Thompson dishes to Cousins. And on the way from Irving for 3. Jokic grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Dragic. Now Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got his first points of the night.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Durant kicks to Cousins. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq, in a sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Now here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Passes it to Stojakovic. Back to Dragic. 5 to shoot. Durant with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Here's Dragic. Up top, D.Divac. D.Divac, a screen on Irving. Off the pick. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good for Irving.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Thompson. And there's the pass to Stojakovic. The long distance 3 is buried. Stojakovic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Got to like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Dragic against Irving. Jokic with his screen on Anthony. From 13, the putback. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. That's now 8 points here for Cousins.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Irving following the basket by D.Divac.
And he is a power player down low. If there's nobody there to stop him, Boogie's going to destroy that rim.
Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it, and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Here's Vujacic, defended by Butler. Jordan against Jokic. There's a good screen. Three-pointers, Stojakovic. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Irving drives in, and the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Here is Durant. He picked up 21 points in their last win again.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Here's T.Dosic. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Here's Jokic. No good off the back of the rim.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep it.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
Here's Teodosic. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He dishes it to Stojakovic from beyond the arc and then some.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
They set the pick. Outside, George feeds it to Butler. Over Vujacic. Butler, no good. Gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Now Vujacic. He had 10 points in the win again. Pass to Teodosic. Kicks it to Milicic. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. Milicic has got his first 2 points of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Back to Irving. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Yeah, and early on, doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, Greg, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
And it's Stojakovic missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Jordan. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Durant. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Jokic, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the home team. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action after this word. He's in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
It comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I wanted to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, that first NBA championship.
Right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism, and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony out there with Green, then it's DeRozan, and it's Lowry in at the point. We've got Bogdanovic. Marjanovic is out there with D.Divac. Then there's Dragic, and it's Captain Clutch in at the shooting guard position. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Lowry out there with DeRozan. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Anthony, and it's Green in a power forward. 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. And the shot goes in. Anthony's got his second bucket tonight.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Now here's Dragic. Shoots from 12. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Lowry passes to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Dragic. Pass to Captain Clutch. Inside. The kick out to Dragic. And the rejection by Cousins.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with Cousins around. His shot blocking can be a factor. Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Clark, a lot of ways to initiate the offense. What's the one thing you look for in a playmaker for a team?
Well, I think the willingness to give the ball up early and then to be able to understand what they're trying to get done offensively. So that comes back to basketball IQ, and we're assuming that the skill set is there. But to me, it's just understanding what you're trying to get every time down the floor and then being able to initiate that with the pass or the dribble.
All right, a chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. Great showing for him last season. 14th in assists. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish. Always had his head up, looking for the open man. Dragic kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Dragic. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Anthony. The shot that time, not on target. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Marjanovic. Nice D from Cousins. Gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Number 1, Draymond Green.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Jumper off the screen. D.Divac. Tip back in for 2. D.Divac has got 9.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. A gift.
Green, the screen. The wide open look here for Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from K.Lowry.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Dragic with it. Lowry picks him up. The pass to Captain Clutch. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's D.Divac. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Free throw good, D.Divac. And so he hits both. And the NBA has a concerted effort to lower the amount of back-to-back games for the players. Clark, should they stretch out the season even further?
No, the ideal solution, Kevin, would be to reduce the number of games, to cut a month off the season. That would be the way to get to where we need to get to. The season should be 66 to 70 games. It should be spaced out over a 6-month period. And if you cut 12 to 16 games, then you would be able to actually get fewer number of back-to-back. Stretching the season out longer, to me, is not the answer. Reducing the number of games would be the best way to get to the solution. But that toothpaste is out of the tube, and I don't know if we can ever get it back in.
Agreed. Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Cousins inside. Marjanovic on him. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 4 this quarter.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
D.Divac sets a screen. Here's Dragic. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Dragic has got 6.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Outside DeRozan. To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Captain Clutch. DeRozan defending. Captain Clutch passes to Marjanovic. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Bogdanovic wide open. Off target from 3-point range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5. George dishes to Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. On its way from Irving for 2. No good off the front iron. Gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Pass to Teodosic. Irving with the steal. And George with the stuff.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
And he's just one of those guys where it really doesn't matter how far from the bucket he is. You've got to be right up on him, not good enough just to be near.
Irving from long range. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Milicic kicks to Stojakovic. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Here's Bogdanovic after the made shot from K.Thompson. Jokic, no good.
Can't get more open than that. No idea how he mistimed that mid-range shot. Maybe he was too open.
And here is Irving. 5 points in the game. Jordan the screen. There's the pick. Again, Irving missing.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Both good from the line that time. Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Jordan the screen. Irving passes to Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. The dish now to Stojakovic. It's Jokic top of the key. And he gets it to go from the high post.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Durant kicks to Jordan. George against Stojakovic. A stupendous finish in traffic. George has got 6 points.
Gotta like whenever PG gets inside. A big, long presence who also has ball skills. Excellent feel for scoring in the paint.
Here's Milicic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Jokic with his screen on George. Here's Stojakovic. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And here's the break. Here's Stojakovic. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here's T.Odosic, covered by Irving. To the paint, here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Irving. He has 5. On the wing, Thompson. Left side, Durant. Right side, Jordan. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. On its way from Irving for 2. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Bogdanovic kicks to Milicic. Back to Bogdanovic. Here's T.Odosic. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Outside Stojakovic. Here's Jokic. And it's blocked by Jordan. Bogdanovic. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so it's the home team enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. DeMarcus Cousins having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling the paint. Shaquille, I guess.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been
That they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Jokic is out there with D.Divac. Then there's Dragic, and there's Captain Clutch, and it's Stojakovic in at the 3 slot. And he recovers it. Cousins, no good.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
No good from Dragic.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Jokic a screen. Stojakovic kicks to D.Divac. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. D.Divac has got 13.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Jokic. Cranes the 19-footer. He's got 8. And so here's the home team. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And, boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
Now, here is Stojakovic. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Thompson. The feed to Dragic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Both free throws good from Dragic. Gone 2 of 5, shooting here in the third quarter. To the inside. Cousins, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
14 feet away, and it's Stojakovic missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That's good from Durant.
And you love Durant's intensity. He has an amazing drive to be an all-time great. The amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Cousins. Coming off a terrific season. 10th in scoring, 12th in rebounding, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Now here's D.Divac. 13 points in the game. Stojakovic the pass to Jokic. He kicks to D.Divac, and the shot goes in. D.Divac has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
He's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Cousins with the bucket.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Durant comes to help. Here's Jokic, and it's good off the back rim and in. Jokic has got 10 points in the game. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Dragic against Irving. He feeds it to Cousins. Shoots from the right block, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. 4th, Kyrie Irving.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
D.Divac a screen on Irving. Dragic kicks to D.Divac. Durant with the steal. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Dragic kicks to Jokic. Dishes it to D.Divac. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 17 points in the game.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Cousins dishes to Irving. Back to Cousins. Good defense by Jokic. Gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Dragic the pass to Jokic. Here's D.Divac. No good on the shot, but good long that time.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Cousins goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And Cousins makes scoring look effortless. A super talented center who quickly can fill it up.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, and Cousins with his physical style, always among leaders in free throws.
D.Divac sets a screen. Stojakovic kicks to Dragic. Over Irving. The putback rebounded by Anthony. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's both from the side.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Dragic. And it's sent back by Irving. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic is slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Here's Dragic. He's got 8. He dishes it to Stojakovic. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, It makes it really hard for this team.
Now here's Durant. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Here's V.Divac. DeRozan defending. D.Divac sets a screen. Here's Marjanovic, and Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great...
Oh, man!
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Now here's Dragic, and the rejection by Lowry. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Free throw drops for Lowry.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
Now here's Dragic. 8 points for him. There's a screen by Marjanovic. D.Divac kicks to Bogdanovic. D.Divac a screen on George. Just 5 to shoot. V.Divac the pass to Marjanovic. Got 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Anthony on the wing. Over D.Divac. And George kicks to Anthony. Back to George. Over V.Divac. And it's good off the glass. And it's 8 points for George.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Here's Marjanovic. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Marjanovic has got his first points in this one. Outside Lowry. And it's Anthony at the elbow. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. Being a mediocre 41% in this one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
V.Divac kicks to Marjanovic. To the paint, shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and
Wow! Are you? Oh my goodness! Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop, banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Here's V.Divac. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Bogdanovic kicks to Dragic. D.Divac a screen on Lowry. 4 on the clock. He took good advantage of that screen.
Oh, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
1:12 left here in the third quarter. Now here's Lowry. Anthony right side. 14 feet away. George dishes to Anthony. Got a hand on it. Now V.Divac feeds to Dragic. Kicks to V.Divac. Passes to Dragic. There's the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dragic has got 11 points.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed. And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Here's Lowry. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game.
Out of them all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
Good on the second free throw. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Udrih kicks to Vujacic. Outside Bogdanovic. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Timeout. Start it.
Cousins. Kevin Durant. K.Thompson.
Durant with it.
K.Irving.
Good if it goes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's the home team ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here's T.Odosic. DeRozan out there with Irving. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Green in at the power forward position. Here's Zagorac. The pass to T.Odosic. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Cousins. The rebound by Marjanovic. 42%. Pass to T.Odosic. Here's Zagorac. He's covered by Irving. Marjanovic passes to Zagorac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Draymond Green with the rebound. Shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's Butler. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
And guys, I think Jimmy Butler has all the tools you could want in a two-way player. He's an excellent defender, and he also can score the ball from just about anywhere.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Irving drives in. Count it. And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that six guys might be better than just about anybody else's.
Now, here is Irving. For the three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Kevin Durant's checked in for Green. Here's T.Odosic. Pass to Stojakovic. Jokic a screen. From outside, off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And here's Jokic, following the three-pointer by K.Irving. Jokic kicks to Milicic, and he comes up with the deuce.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is Irving. Cousins, no good. The dish to Stojakovic. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
And referee play review is something that is still relatively new in the NBA. Clark, do you think it should be expanded?
I think we should continue to modify and refine it and be careful to not look to overdo it. But we also want to make sure we're using it productively and prudently. So modify it, refine it, evaluate it each year, and try to make really good use of it in the areas where it can be most effective in enhancing the calls that are made in the game.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Thompson, he's checked in for D.Marjanovic. Gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Irving attacking from down in the low post. It goes.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Shots good by Milicic.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Durant dishes to Thompson. Now the feed to Butler. Durant against Jokic. And he gets the bucket. 21 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Now, here is Stojakovic. Here's the screen. And Thompson sends it back.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's T.J. Jokic a screen. Here's Stojakovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Mark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration. So it's just part of the landscape.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Jimmy Butler. V.Divac against Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Dragic kicks to Jokic. He feeds it to D.Divac. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
George is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And you think back to the terrible broken leg Paul George suffered in the summer of 2014, Clark. How great has it been to see him back in peak form over the last couple seasons?
Oh, it's really been fantastic because I got to know PG in my time with the Pacers. He was drafted back in 2010 and obviously relieved that he's been able to get back to this level, put in a ton of work, and to see how quickly he bounced back to elite level player, I think that's the thing that's most remarkable to everybody.
The free throw drops for Durant. Got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Jokic a screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And here is Durant. More and more we see coaches resting players to keep them from getting overworked. The benefits, Clark, are clear for the players, but is it something that is getting overused?
I don't know if overused is the right word, Kevin. I don't like to see it as much because I think there are other ways you can rest players. Games can be part of your strategy, but how about practices being more a part of how you rest players? It got an awful lot of attention this past season, and for good reason. And I would think the coaches and players will adjust because it's not a good optics for your viewing public and your paying patrons to just arbitrarily do it. I understand it, but I think there's a balancing act that could be performed that would make it not appear as disruptive to the fans as it was this past season.
Here's Durant following the basket by V.Divac. On defense, the visitors. George passes to Thompson. Durant against Divac. Clock at 4. That's tipped.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
You know, leaving somebody that wide open is not prudent. I mean, you got to expect to get burned when you put that kind of effort forward.
Three-pointers to Stojakovic. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. They've been looking at a source in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some more balance.
That one goes. Count it.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you got to keep adding to that lead.
Here's Divac. Nice D from Cousins. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instinct. I mean, knows exactly when to strike on this end.
And it's Divac with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
One came up right with the steam. He went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Thompson. Shots good by Stojakovic.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
First one falls for him. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Joe. And so he makes both from the line. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Dishes it to Cousins. Over Jokic. Misses off the left iron. Outside Stojakovic. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Stojakovic has got 30.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing. Here's Jokic following the basket by K.Irving.
1 second separating the shot clocking game. And that one, good. That's now 32 points for Kevin Durant.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Good on the shot.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. Even early on in this one, seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
It makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys, with DeAndre Jordan. Nice win tonight, but I'm sure you're looking at the schedule and up ahead, one of the best teams in the league.
It's going to be a big test for us. They have some great big guys, great guards. And, we're familiar with some of the guys on their team. So we just got to come out with that mindset and, it's us to this road. Big one.
It'll be a good test to see where you are, DeAndre. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.